So I do this pretty much every time it comes out. As a YouTube Music subscriber, I guess it comes with the whole YouTube Premium thing. So I say, why the hell buy Spotify? Anyway, so basically, this is what I listen to during the wintertime. And I said, well, what the hell? Why not get into this, make it a video? I haven't really looked at the list here, so, this is going to be new to me as it's new to you. Anyway, so yeah, what the hell do I listen to? Well, let's get into it anyway. And again, I'm sorry for this whole setup. I don't know how to work anything. I just downloaded an app, so let's go. So yeah, 50 videos apparently. So I Don't Like Mondays by the Boomtown Rats. So this is a song I reacted to last year. I don't want to make this video too long. Anyway, this is a song, because I can't talk, that I reacted to last year. I didn't put it in my top 20 favorite songs of the year. I should have. I kind of forgot about it, and then I started listening to it again. And goddamn, it's my favorite song with the most listened to song I had. And I can believe that, because I remember listening to it a lot. Anyway, so there we go. I Don't Like Mondays. Just a Gigolo. I Ain't Got No Buddy by Louis Prima. A classic staple here. Very relatable, but good lord. And love Louis Prima. First, remember hearing him and The Jungle Book, which is one of my favorite movies. He played, of course, the orangutan, King Louis. And again, yeah, so I really enjoy his swinging style, of course. Anyway, Good Riddance, Time of Your Life by Green Day. And Green Day was one of the most listened to bands I had this this winter, I guess it is again. And yeah, Good Riddance. It's a classic by the band, pretty sad in a way as well. And yeah, so there we go. That's all I got to say about that. My goodness, it can be kind of emotional. It can be an emotional song for some people. Good Riddance. That's funny. Stir Fry by Migos. So this is all because of my sister. When I'm in the car with her, she would play her songs, and then this song got in my head, so I listened to it a lot. And yeah, Stir Fry by Migos. You can't go wrong with lyrics like, she got a big ol' onion booty, make the world cry. Hello. So there we go. And then we move on here. Warning by Green Day. And I forget what's the album is called. Warning, I do believe. And I feel like, and then I was kind of wrong, because I looked at the best, what people consider the best Green Day albums. And I felt like this album, Warning, was almost kind of forgotten. But again, it is kind of ranked highly in a lot of different lists, so I was kind of wrong on that. But anyway, Warning, a great track. Love the drumming on it. Love what the hell? Not what I want to say. I forget what I want to say now. Good lord. Anyway, I love the beginning of it as well. And I was going to say the pausing of it, perhaps. Either way. Love the style. Love how kind of rocking out it does feel like. And a very rocky song. So, yeah, really enjoy Warning, of course. And just from the get-go, it just kind of pumps you up. I don't know. There's a spirit to it. There we go. My goodness. Kyle Gordon, My Life is the Worst Life Ever. Kyle Gordon, of course, is a TikToker, I do believe, and he had kind of a parody of emo songs, and I listened to listened to it a few times, I guess, and there it is there. But again, he's kind of a YouTuber as well, and I like that song a lot. Again, he's taking the piss out of emo bands, I guess you might say, or old pop punk bands of the 2000s like MCR, or like who else is there? Panic at the Disco, all this kind of stuff. Fall Out Boy, this kind of stuff comes to mind. Suicide is Painless by Johnny Mandel, I would say. Of course, the theme song for MASH. Again, this is a song that I've enjoyed since I was, a young teenager. Talking about suicide is painless as somebody who's gone through some suicidal thoughts at some points. Yeah, I don't know, it's always spoke to me. And I love the old-timey sound that it has, because again, it was from like 1970, I want to say, when it was came out, whatever. And yeah, really enjoy it. And I enjoy the guy who sang, I guess, Johnny Mandel. I loved his voice. And I don't know, you could just feel the dejection in his voice too. And talking about suicide is painless, it brings on many changes, it's so real, good lord. Anyway, Rag and Bone by the White Stripes. I think I heard the song first, and I don't know if I've ever talked about the song before, or if it was on another list I did, but Anthony Fantano talked about it, and I think he said he didn't like it, or maybe he did like it, I don't remember now. But Rag and Bone, Jack and Meg White, kind of being at, kind of almost like being pickers, I guess you would say, going to some place saying, you get anything for sale, whatever. And again, I just love how funny it is to me. I just love Jack and Meg, going back and forth, and Jack saying "don't be rude" to Meg at some point, and yeah, I just really enjoy that song, and I'm not surprised to see it here. I listened to that one quite a bit. Rag and Bone, great track, good lord, underrated. Hate to say I told you so. My favorite song of last year that I reacted to. Goddamn, what else can I say about what else can I say about the Hives at this point? And hate to say I told you so. Love Pelly's howl and voice. Good lord, his spirit. I mean, my god, his energy. The bass on this track is unbelievable as well. And again, it's just it's a jumping track. It gets me going. I love cranking it in the car. Good lord. Anyway, moving on. Hate Me by Blue October. This is a song that I was reminded of one of my other sisters, and I was like, Hate Me, that sounds familiar, and I listened to it, and it was just like, oh yeah, I remember this now, good lord. And again, I don't even remember, I don't know the guy's name who sings it, whatever, but of course he has a lot of passion here. He has that growl to him, and again, it's a very personal track. And I mean, it's catchy as all hell as well. So yeah, I really enjoy "Hate Me" by Blue October, and I have had some Blue October requests too. And I can't do "Hate Me"; I already know it unless I do it as a review. But I might get to them at some point down the road, I would say. The Game, Triple H, by Motorhead, which is a WWE theme song. One of my favorite, I guess, WWE theme song, if you want to get specific here. But again, I love Lemmy's growl. I just love from the beginning of the goddamn track. Oh, the drums, the guitar on this track. I loved, again, this is another one I love to crank in the car. Good lord. And just full blast. Holy moly. And I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm somebody important. I mean, good lord. I love this song, and again, Lemmy's voice is nuts on it. And can you imagine coming out to this song in front of 80,000 people at a big stadium? And again, Lemmy did do this live for Triple H at one point in the WWE. And again, I love this song so much. And again, it was a song that I used to always listen to when I would, work out. I haven't worked out, as much as I should. But again, back in the day, this song would get me going. And good lord, it still gets me going. Kingdom, another WWE theme song. Kingdom by Downstate, Cody Rhodes' theme song. Of course, again, I'm a wrestling fan, so yeah, WWE fan to be specific, I should say. And of course, Cody Rhodes won the big match at WrestleMania, and I kept playing this on repeat, and so that's basically how it got in here. And there we go. And then we go on. Oh, I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You by the Alan Parsons Project. Of course, I did a reaction to Alan Parsons Project. And I was reminded of I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You, which, of course, was in the Grand Theft Auto 5 game. And I've just listened to that over and over. Again, I just love his soft vocals on this track. And just how he's kind of being a dick. I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You. I mean, in a way, it's kind of dickish. But it depends, of course, on who he's talking about. If this other person's a dick. But he's just so cool about it. And, I guess I got the burps, and that's just something I've always admired. So, yeah, I really enjoy the tempo of it, and just how nice it all sounds, talking about I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You. Great song. And then Pennies from Heaven. Louis Prima, again, good lord. Pennies from Heaven, of course, I think it was an Elf, which is probably the first time I heard of the song. And again, I just love his swinging sound. I love his when he's trying to keep. Who was it? The saxophone player or whoever it was trying to keep up with him, and then he loses him. And then Louis Prima says, "I knew it get you, I knew it get you." And then they just go into this whole thing, and I just love the trumpets, the horns, everything. It's just all great. So yeah, Louis Prima once again. Who knew I was a big Louis Prima fan? Mayor of Simpleton by XTC. God damn, I love XTC. My God. I love Ecstasy. No, I love XTC. Mayor of Simpleton, I do believe, again, was one of my favorite songs last year. And I just love, why am I not remembering his name? Andy Partridge, my goodness, his voice on this track, and just how he's trying to be so, how real he is about this song. You can really feel for the guy. Again, I may not be the smartest person, whatever, but I love you so much. I love you till the end. I may not be the mayor of Simpleton, or I may be the mayor of Simpleton, but I can give you my love. I can give you my affection, all this stuff. And I just really enjoy the happiness, that exudes from this track. So, yeah, Mayor of Simpleton. I love it, and I love XTC. And then we go again. Here we go. Squeeze, Up the Junction. One of my favorite tracks I reacted to last year. Again, a lot of what I listen to is what you guys suggest really. Up the Junction. I just love. And now I can't remember the guy's name, for God's sakes. Anyway, I just love his voice. Good lord. And, how fast he is. There's no breaths. He doesn't take a breath. It's just, I don't think there's no choruses either. We're just going and going and going with verses. He's telling a story here. And I just love it. And I love, of course, my favorite line has always been, but beg, it's not my business. Oh, Good Lord. Anyway, maybe it's just because of the alliteration, but that's my favorite line of that one. Teenage Kicks, another one I reacted to by the Undertones. Again, John Peel's favorite song, I do believe. I think it was even put on his, engraved on his tombstone, some of the lyrics. And again, I just love Fergal's voice here. I love how young the band sounds, because they were young. I love the teenage drive it has, talking about, again, teenage kicks, talking about, teenage love, seeing a hot girl walk down the street, all this stuff. It's just very relatable for even, later on, you can be very nostalgic about it. And yeah, so I just love that. I got a notification, my goodness, Anthony Fantano, I was talking about him earlier. Anyway, it's all about the Pentiums, Weird Al Yankovic, my goodness, parody of It's All About the Benjamins by Puff Daddy, which he's in obviously some hot water these days. But anyway, I like It's All About the Pentiums. I just love Weird Al Yankovic. He was one of my most listened to artists this year. And I don't know, he can do anything. He can rap. He can do rock, of course. He can do country. He can do it all. And It's All About the Pentiums. I love the video as well with Drew Carey. And yeah, so it's a bop. I mean, good Lord. I don't even think I know what It's All About the Benjamins. I don't even know if I've ever listened to that. I've always just listened to It's All About the Pentiums. Anyway, When I Come Around by Green Day. Again, Green Day was one of my most listened to bands of the year. Or of the past 3 months of the winter time, I guess this is. And When I Come Around is such a, again, relatable track for especially youths, I guess you would say. And again, Billy Joe Armstrong sounding, almost done with the world in a way, when I come around. I mean, he's given that attitude. And yeah, I just really enjoyed the video of this as well. And I don't know, just that Dookie era of Green Day is obviously probably their best era, I guess you would say, next to like American Idiot. But yeah, I love this song, obviously. Maggie May by Rod Stewart. Again, since my dad is a big Rod Stewart fan, I've always kind of enjoyed his music. And I did do a reaction not too long back now from Rod Stewart, The Story of Georgie. And again, Maggie May is one of his most known songs, here 37 million views on it. And I don't know, I've always enjoyed Rod's swagger here. I mean, his outfits again in this video, in the video for the song, I do believe. And again, he was, on top of the world, back in the 70s, 80s, and still going today. And I always remember that concert he did at the Royal Albert Hall in 2004, because my dad had it on DVD, and he did this song, and I've always loved that song ever since. So there we go, Maggie May, my God. And again, just so upbeat. Goodbye, My Lover by James Blunt. You can have your... whatever else, what the other big song you did, good Lord, goddamn, now I can't remember what it's called. But either way, Goodbye My Lover has always been my favorite James Blunt song. And I don't know, I listened to this so much, again, when I was home alone as well, and when I'm in the car as well. And I don't know, I just love James's... his soft voice, of course, his high pitch that he has, and his passion. Good Lord, no one can compare to his passion, especially on this track. And You're Beautiful, that's his other track, obviously. You can have that one. I'll take Goodbye My Lover. And again, from his debut album here, which was just so big, obviously, for him. Take a Picture by Filter. Again, I think I put this as a honorable mention on my favorite tracks I did last year, reacted to. But Take a Picture. I just love his Patrick. I want to say his last name is Patrick, or his first name is Patrick. I can't remember now. I'm terrible with names. But the lead singer, Patrick here, anyway. I love his kind of distaste for his father, I guess you would say, and how he's talking about, hey, Dad, how do you like me now, kind of a thing, and, take a picture, and just talking, again, Richard Patrick, I do believe his name is, and basically how it was all about a plane ride where he just kind of, went nuts, and kind of lost control of himself, and, you should have taken a picture of me, and that whole kind of, thing that comes along with that. And again, I don't know, I love his screaming vocals, I guess you would say, and it kind of does remind me of Shannon Hoon. I know Shannon Hoon doesn't scream, but he just kind of reminds me of Shannon when he goes high with his high notes. Of course, Shannon Hoon of Blind Melon. Anyway, there we go. Filter, Take a Picture. So I talked about it earlier. I didn't know I loved Louis Prima so much. I Want to Be Like You by Louis Prima, again, from the Jungle Book. My goodness gracious, another notification. Anyway, yeah, but I love his swing and sound, and I love the Jungle Book so much. And, Mowgli, and the Monkeys there, and then you have Baloo come in, and of course Phil Harris as Baloo, and I just love their style, and I love the song. It's one of my favorite songs from a movie. Good Lord. So there we go. And again, I can thank my father for that. Turn Off the Light by Nelly Furtado. I went through a phase of Nelly Furtado, I think because it was her birthday, and I posted about it, whatever, and then I started listening to her music again. And Turn Off the Light, I just love her swirling voice near the end of the track. She just sounds so innocent in a way. She just sounds so lonely. I don't know what the hell. It just gets to me. And I just love her voice. Good Lord. Great Canadian, obviously, as well. Just on top of the world in the 2000s. And then I guess it was kind of too much for her. She had a breakdown and all this stuff. But now, again, she's back, and goddamn, she's hot as hell. Anyway. Rusted Root, Send Me On My Way. Hold the phone. Rusted Root, Send Me On My Way, live from Woodstock. I don't know the man's name. I don't know the band's names here. But again, Rusted Root, Send Me On My Way. I believe I first heard it in Matilda, which is one of my favorite movies. Goddamn, I love Matilda. Love Danny DeVito, Mara Wilson, all that stuff. Rhea Perlman, of course. Anyway, and this was in the movie. And I think when she's making pancakes, perhaps? Maybe. Anyway, or maybe near the end of the track when she's dancing with Miss Honey. But anyway, it's just a happy song, I feel like. I just love it so much. I love the flutes, perhaps. It is on this track. The different kind of world instruments on it. I love the lead singer's voice. It's so powerful. Good Lord. And I just love the live version as well. I feel like it's almost better live. Just the feeling that they had for this song in front of so many different people at Woodstock in 99 here. So anyway, I love that song. And as you saw a little bit earlier there, I kind of went past it. So here we go. Woke up this morning, chosen one theme from The Sopranos. And again, of course, from A3, Alabama 3, woke up this morning. As somebody who got into the Sopranos, maybe a year ago now, of course, this song is just so good. It's one of the best theme songs for a show ever. And it just describes the series so well. Describes Tony Soprano so well. And, I love the lead singer's voice. I don't remember his name at this point again. But again, he has that growl to me. He has that grit. And again, this is the chosen one mix. The mix for the theme song. There is different mixes on it. But, I just love it. It just makes me think of The Sopranos. And again, when I'm driving down, the street listening to this, I feel like I'm a mobster. I mean, good Lord. I'm not, though. Good Lord. I Got You, again, Split Ends, one of my favorite songs from last year. Love the lead vocals here from Neil Finn. Am I thinking of the right brother now? Good Lord. Either way, from one of the Finn brothers that I don't remember now. I'm not going to, go looking at everything up, good Lord, because then the video will be even longer. But anyway, I love the lead vocals here. I love the paranoia. I love, I love the video too. I love how, one of the guys is in, I think everyone's kind of behind glass, and then the lead singer is out by himself. And again, he was a looker back in the day. Good Lord. But anyway, just love the paranoia. The chorus is catchy as hell. And it's just stayed in my head ever since I listened to it. And even today, I still listen to it. And, I thank whoever suggested it because I still love it. Northern Sky by Nick Drake, by Northern Drake. I do believe I listened to this song this year. I reacted to this, and it's always a treat to react to a Nick Drake track that I haven't heard. And again, I just love his his lonesome kind of voice, you would say, but again, his warm voice. And of course, he was a big guy, and he had kind of a husky voice on him. And sometimes he wouldn't even finish words in a way. But again, there's just so much feel there. There's so much passion. And again, you just think about his story. That does come into play for me. And just a great singer. One of my favorite singers I've come across. And again, I always kind of feel sad at the end of a Nick Drake track. Just because I think about his life. But at least after his life was over, people found out who he was and how good he was. But anyway, Northern Sky was one of the best songs I've reacted to this year. I want to say it was this year. I believe so. Either way, I love it a lot. Beachcomber by Blur. Again, another song I reacted to last year, and I was in my top 20 favorite songs I reacted to. Again, it was a song I do believe was a B-side that hardly anyone even knows, but somebody suggested it, and I said, well, why the hell not? And I come to find out I really enjoy it. I love the sleepiness to it. I love, Damon's sleepy voice as well. And just the melody, I'm just, so swaying, I guess, of a tune. And again, just The point at which you looked at me. I don't know. I just love the slowness to it. I just love how dejected, again, Damon sounds on it. And again, it's a very underrated Blur track from Beach Coma. I mean, it again, he sounds like he's in a coma when he sings it. It's great. And then we go on. Know Your Enemy by Green Day. The first time I heard this song was it was a theme song for WWE SmackDown. And I've always loved the drumming here from Trey Cool on this one. The drumming is really cool on this one. It's fast-paced, goddamn. And I don't know Your Enemy. I love when Billy, kind of screams at one part as well. And again, it's just an in-your-face, punchy track. And, not even that long either. Just a little over 3 minutes. And Know Your Enemy. Do you know your enemy? You might not. And then we go on. The Letter by the Box Tops. Again, I reacted to this song. It was one of my favorite songs to react to. I want to say in maybe 2022, perhaps. Maybe it was last year. I don't know. What is time? But either way, I love the lead vocals here from Alex Chilton, I do believe, who was, I think, 16 or something at this time. And his voice was so goddamn deep. He had that conviction, and everything else is kind of simple, laid back. It's all that kind of 60s sound, but goddamn, Alex's voice is just so good. Can't be, it's undeniable. And I've always loved that song. I've always loved Alex's performance. So I listen to that one still. Band Rock Anthem, another Al Yankovic one, of course. A parody of Give It Away, I want to say, from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. But again, Bedrock Anthem, talking about the Flintstones, of course. And again, I just love how fun Al always has, how much fun Al always has. And, the Yabba Dabba Doo now, that whole part, catchy chorus. I mean, again, he's hardly saying anything. He's just saying Yabba Dabba Doo. But I love it. And, so there's another Al Yankovic one. I do love Al Yankovic. Goddamn, he's so good. Underrated, even. Pepper, Butthole Surfers, reacted to this one. And of course, it has the same kind of sound. I do believe that they copied from Beck, because I think this one came out after Beck. And I do believe, I remember people talking about how this isn't even one of the best tracks, the Butthole Surfers. But goddamn, it's so catchy. I love the lead vocals here. Again, I can't remember his name at this point, but I love his kind of hip hop, trip hop style, and the fast pace to the song, especially with the lyrics, the way they're delivered. And, I love the whole stories that are happening. Bobby was a racist, all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, goddamn, they were doing it in Texas. And, it's catchy as all get out. So here we are, Pepper. And a great album cover there. Pencil right in the ear. Good Lord. Bad Habit by Steve Lacy. Again, I can thank my sister for this one. When this song came out last year, whatever, again, what is time? She listened to this a lot, got in my head, so I listened to it. A great track from Steve Lacy, probably, his best one, I guess you would say, from his album. And, again, I love the sweetness to it. I love the kind of slowness to it. Love the sleepiness to it, I guess you would say, too. And I just love his vocal chops here. I mean, love Steve Lacy on that one. Bad Habit. One song that is rightfully, a big one for the past few years here. My goodness. A recent hit, and it should be. Can't Get Enough of You, Baby. I do believe this is a cover from Smashmouth. And Smashmouth was one of the most listened to bands I had last year. Again, after Steve Harwell, I forget, my goodness. Either way, when Steve died, I listened to a lot more Smashmouth. I've always enjoyed Smashmouth. I mean, Walking on the Sun, All-Star, of course. And again, Can't Get Enough of You, Baby. When the Morning Comes, all these different songs. I've always loved Smashmouth. Anyway, and they've done a lot of covers, and they always do it pretty well. And here we are again. And Can't Get Enough of You, Baby. What else is more romantic than that? If only I had a woman to sing it to. Overrated by 3 Days Grace. Now, I'll say how I found the song. There was a type of cam show, and this girl was listening to the song in the background, and I said, that sounds like 3 Days Grace. And so I searched it up. I searched, the lyrics I could hear, and I found, Overrated. And I've never listened to this song from the 3 Days Grace. I don't think it was a single either. But I just love Adam's. I always enjoy Adam's powerful vocals here. But again, I never heard this, and I got to shout at that girl, that woman, and she was putting on a nice show. But I enjoyed the music more, I guess. But Overrated, and again, very relatable too. And again, Adam Gotye's powerful, gritty voice that he always possesses. Even to this day, you know, he's in his 40s, whatever, but he can still pull off those yells and such. And I just have always enjoyed 3 Days Grace, especially with him in the band. Wake Me Up When September Ends from Green Day. Again, one of the biggest tracks from American Idiot. Again, a personal song from Billy. It kind of became a meme, and I think he's not happy about it, but again, I listen to it a lot. Again, it's a sadder track, but again, one of their classics. I mean, what else can you say? Weird Al Yankovic again. You're Pitiful. I talked about You're Beautiful earlier, and how I like Goodbye My Lover more. But anyway, You're Pitiful. I probably listened to this one more than You're Beautiful. And again, Al taking the piss, like he always does. Great parody here. And and again, I just love Weird Al Yankovic. Good Lord. ELO, Mr. Blue Sky. I reacted to this. I do believe, yes. And again, it's so goddamn happy. It's, you know, the lyrics aren't too hard to understand. Everything seems very nice. And it's just all warm and fuzzy. And the video is beautiful, too. There's so many different instruments. I love the melody of it. You know, how happy everything seems. There's no, you know, kind of underlying darkness, whatever. It's just a happy friggin' song. And yeah, so ever since I reacted to it, I've enjoyed it a lot. So there it is, Mr. Blue Sky. Somebody That I Used to Know by Gotye. Excuse me, I'm not taking it out. Somebody I Used to Know by Gotye. Again, I think is how you say it. Gotye, perhaps. Either way, a one-hit wonder, I do believe. He kind of came and went in 2011, but he left us with this song, and it's a song that I still love. Of course, Kimbra, I do believe, is who's featured on this. Love the video too. You know, the whole painting their bodies and they're against the wall. And again, somebody that I used to know. You know, happens a lot. You know, you lose a friend, but anyway, or you lose even somebody you had a relationship with, you know, romantically. But anyway, again, it's a song that's been around for a while now. A lot of people know it, and again, he kind of came and went, and he left this track. King of Kings, another WWE theme song, another Triple H theme song that Motorhead did for him, and you know, the King of Kings, again, kind of the same thing as the game. You know, this whole kind of, you know, I'm the King of Kings, I'm the game, I'm, you know, better than you, this whole kind of bravado. And Lemmy was just so good at you know, pumping people up, you know, making a song about them. And I just love it so much. And again, if you have to be, I guess, a WWE fan to really appreciate it. But even if you're not, it's still a great track, and it's still a song that gets you pumped up. You know, talking about, if you just think about it, that he's talking about you. You know, if you need a pick me up. I mean, my God, it's very good for that too. And then Faith. I mean, goddamn, a George Michael staple. I'm not even, you know, spiritual, religious, whatever. But when George Michael's talking about that and he's shaking his ass in the video, I mean, I'm listening, I'm attentive, and I love it a lot. And from the get-go, that kind of long intro, I guess you would say, and then here comes that great guitar, and then George Michael with that melody, you know, well, I guess it would be nice, and it's just, oh, takes me away. Anyway, so there we go, Faith, again, from his debut album, I want to say, which, again, was just huge. The Hives, Tick, Tick, Boom. I reacted to this one last year, I want to say. Again, I've described the Hives so much. Just their energy, their their growl, I guess you would say. Again, Pelly's voice is just undeniable. It's unlike anything I've really ever heard before. He's always so spirited, no matter what. I can't even imagine if he's having a bad day, if he's sad, whatever. I can still, you know, his voice, you wouldn't know. His voice is always so good, and he's always just howling away. And again, I just love the tick, 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 boom. You know, the end of the track where it just all, you know, climaxes, and I do too. I mean, good Lord. So I love that one there. My Time, holy moly. How many theme songs did Triple H have? Anyway, this is another WWE thing. Triple H's first theme song, basically one of his first ones. And again, just it's a wrestling song. And again, I don't know, these kind of just pump me up, I guess, when I'm at work and stuff like that. And just gets me going and makes me go faster at my job, whatever. And because I do some physical work, whatever, as a custodian, I guess I would say. And yeah, anyway, My Time, an old WWE theme song. The guy's voice who sings it almost is a little bit reminiscent of like Zach De La Rocha of Rage Against the Machine, so I just have to say that as well if you don't know anything about it. I listen to a lot of wrestling theme songs. This is I guess, Lion from Jinder Mahal, another wrestler. And this is, I don't even know, it's Punjabi rap. I don't know what the hell they're saying, but again, it gets me going, and it gets me my head bopping, and so I don't even know what else to say. But again, it's like Punjabi rap, and I don't know who sings it, but it's a bop and a half. And Jinder Mahal is a Canadian wrestler, so there we go there. But yeah, anyway, love that song there. I remember listening to that a lot. You Don't Mess Around with Jim by Jim Croce, of course. One of the greatest guys I've found through this channel. Whoever suggested him, I thank you very much. And You Don't Mess Around with Jim. Again, as his name is Jim, but again, he's talking about somebody else here. And just love the story. What a great storyteller. Jim Croce's voice, it's so warm. It's so comforting. I just love his voice so much. You Don't Mess Around with Jim is such a bop as well. And it's obviously a song about Jim, who eventually turns into Slim after Slim beats up Jim and leaves Jim on the floor dead. Anyway, and so I've always enjoyed Jim Croce's work. What a great guy. Gone way too soon. American Idiot by Green Day there. You knew it was coming. Again, Green Day was one of my most listened to bands of the year. And American Idiot is one of their classics again. And even more fitting today than ever. And yeah, and I always love, people who, there was that, not too long ago, somebody said that they loved Green Day, but now they hate this song, whatever, because they heard the lyrics. And I don't know, it's just these people who don't even understand, and again, it goes for like somebody like Rage Against the Machine. When somebody gets upset about that, it's like, wait a minute, what are they talking about? It's just like, have you ever listened to the lyrics? I don't know. Anyway, just some people don't get it, I guess, and anyway. This Fire by Killswitch and Gage. Again, this was another wrestling theme song for CM Punk, and but anyway, it is a song that came out before that. CM Punk just used it later on. But Killswitch and Gage, I know of another song by them, but I don't remember now. I love the singer's passionate vocals on this one. I love the guitar work. I forget, maybe like a minute or so in, or maybe a minute and a half in, where there's that little guitar riff, and I don't know, it just I don't know how to describe it, but I just love the guitar work in it. I guess I'll say the intricate guitar work, and the message in this as well. Even through the darkest days, this fire burns, and always, and again, it's relatable and it's catchy, and it's just, even to this day, I've listened to it ever since I was a kid and watched WWE, and I still listen to this Fire. My God. 16, Baby Keem. Again, I can thank my youngest sister for this one. When we're in the car, she would put this on, and I guess... Oh, my dog's snoring. I was going to say, is it a hip-hop song or a pop song? I don't really know what you would classify it as, maybe both. And anyway, Baby Keem, a young guy, and 16 is just, I don't know, it's always just stayed in my head, and I've always enjoyed it. And again, I can thank my sister for that. There's not much else more I can say. Anyway, Happy Hour by the Housemartins. Again, one of my favorite songs I listened to, I believe in 2022, this one was. Just love freaking Paul Heaton's voice, good lord. He has that highness to it. He has that soft, vocal, and I've always just enjoyed his work, through other songs I've listened to. But again, Happy Hour is probably still my favorite song I've ever heard from the Housemartins or anything that Paul has done. And it's just so catchy. It's so quick as well. I love the message in it. Talk about, your bosses and all this stuff. I love the video too. And it's a song that's just stayed with me ever since I reacted to it. And that's all. Those 50 songs. Would you believe it? Good lord. Anyway, so, let me go back up. And there we go. So anyway, I just wanted to do this because why not? Again, I got this recap to say, what you listen to the most during from December to February. Again, which I guess is winter. It didn't really specify. It just says from December to February. But anyway, and this is actually true. Sometimes, they put some songs in there and I'm just like, I hardly listen to that one. But I listen to a lot of these songs a lot. And so anyway, there you go. This is what I listen to. Some people ask, what do you listen to? Here you go. So anyway, it's not that it's really not that great, but anyway, so yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff, and again, sorry about this whole setup, but again, I'm not a tech whiz or whatever the hell. I just downloaded this app to do this. So anyway, thanks again for everything. Thanks for watching if you're still here, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Oh, come on.